No, I represent you, Mr. Bunch. You don't address the court.
But I'm trying to speak about my rights because they filed it.
Mr. Bunch?
Your Honor, they filed the detainer April 29th, Your Honor. But I did not sign the detainer to July 9th. So from
You're
July.
going to have to hold on. I'm working. You're talking to me while I'm working, and I don't
I
multitask.
understand, but I want to just
Hold on a second. Did the DA get on notice of this the same date that it was filed with the court, or did you guys receive it earlier?
They delayed they delayed.
Mr. Bunch?
You need to understand, sir, that you refuse to appear for court in the future, and that will be waivers of speedy trial or at least tollings. So you need to be aware of that.
Can I address the court, Your Honor, for the record?
You right now, for the record, you just need to understand you refuse to appear for court, and it will affect your speedy trial date. You need to understand that.
Yes, sir. But Your Honor.
Hold on a second.
There's a court order for your fingerprints.
They got a fingerprints from DLC.
So they got to do a separate one. There's a separate court order. You have to comply with that.
That's since 18.
They show your sentencing date is,
I mean,
that's how much time you had as of that date. They don't move it to when you get moved to DOC.
I got sentenced. It always still waited 5 days and kind of check.
All right, January 6th for trial.
There's a court order
Move.
for non-testimonial identification of your fingerprints to compare it to your.
January 13th.
That works for the defense.
I'd object how close it is to the date, but I am available on
Well,
that date.
you're going to object to every date I offer you in December because you're already set, and you're going to object to the dates I offer you in November because we're already set.
You don't have no cases.
Would you rather be
Mr. Bunch?
double set on an earlier date?
I could double set in any time in December.
I'm already suing you.
One of the issues is the detective
Excellent.
lives out of state.
You've
And
got Vasquez Sanchez that we just set for the first 2 weeks of December.
Is that?
I'm okay double setting with that.
Trying to get out of DLC and come back to the jail.
You're still going to be in custody in Denver, yes.
Well, when I MRD, like I said, come back to jail. Y'all just give me a PR. Okay. Can I ask for a PR bond? Because I'm being paroled anyway. Ask the question.
We're addressing the court dates first. Okay,
Okay.
we'll handle this.
You shouldn't be. You arguing this.
We have to set court dates first, Mr.
Your
Bunch.
interest, you are getting sued. Why you on my case? Anyway, I told you that. I told the Attorney General that you should not be on my case. For the record, you've been fired since Cleveland man hearing, dude. Put my case up. You're violating my rights already. When Daniel.
The court granted the motion for non-testimonial identification of the fingerprints. Mr. Sisney is here to take those as soon as Mr. Bunch is over at the jail. I would just ask if there's any resistance on the defendant's part that force be authorized to comply with that order.
I don't know that I'm authorized for force. If you want me to do force, I think you need to do a search warrant because there's specific provisions of search warrants that allow for force. Those provisions are not in Rule 16 or 41-1. I will tell you this, sir, if you, they're entitled to your fingerprints. They're entitled to them. You're not, you can't, I mean, look, by law, you can't legally refuse. If you choose to refuse the giving of your fingerprints, that ends up delaying the case, that will be chargeable to you. And any delay in the trial will be chargeable to you.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know that is going to be the effect. If you want to try to refuse, then eventually they'll get a warrant. Eventually they will be able to use force. But all of this delay, because someone has to analyze the prints and this, that, and the other, if it causes a delay in your trial, that will be attributable to you. And that trial is not going to happen in January. It'll happen in March, April, May, whenever you can get it done. So that's where you are on that. You will make your decisions going forward.
Okay. Your Honor.
And so, Mr. Bunch, just for the record, the defense would note an objection to the request for the fingerprints. And then Mr. Bunch wanted me to request that the court would consider a modification of the bond as he does anticipate being eligible for parole or hitting parole prior to the trial date. We have not given advance notice to the prosecution of the request to address bond today.
So I can't get out of parole.
So like I've got like 8 prior felony convictions with the habitual domestic violence. I'm not adjusting bond even if notice were given.
And it's the people's request today that Mr. Bond be held in Denver custody pending trial. due to the prior failures to comply with the transport order.
I was in class. I had to participate.
Well, I do need to set bond because I do need to set a bond because we had the FTA before,
Well, since
but I'll set bond in the amount of $50,000 surety.
I'm gonna be on parole, so I had to supposed to abide by the.
That is the bond that the court has set. The court is not hearing further argument on your bond. Your bond is
I have-
$50,000 surety.
Okay, but I don't have $50,000.
Well, the court's going to hold you until your trial.
Well, can I have an engine? I'm engine, sir. Can I have an engine bond?
That is the amount that I've determined that's appropriate.
Okay, Your Honor, I just want just to quote for the record that this prompt notification was not
I can't hear you.
the prompt notification for the
What
detainer.
notification?
Yeah, the prompt notification was filed, he filed that detainer on April 29th, sir, for the record. I was not notified of the detainer until July 9th, which hindered me from DRC. It hindered me from my custody level to a meeting prison because of this malice detainer. And that by the delaying of the state, delaying the filing of notification and them notifying me about it, that's what hindered me of depriving me of my rights for my custody level, for getting parole. I got denied parole because of this detainer. I'm not a flight risk, but I kind of refused the writ this time because I'm in classes for participation for domestic violence. I have no write-ups. I'm doing pretty good in there. So I'm just participating in being program compliant in DOC. And I wish that the courts could just run my time concurrent, which what I'm doing now.
I've got nothing to do.
Okay,
You
well-
are not guilty. You've got a trial. There's nothing for me to do sentencing wise.
Okay, well, by them denying me, sir, what I read about the laws, by them denying and delaying me the prompt notification rights, it's automatically for dismissal. Well, they delayed the filing.
You keep
of
saying
the
that.
detainer.
You keep saying
The
that.
people still
I
call-
received
they're-
the detainer on the 15th. I'm calling that your speedy trial date. We've got your date set, sir. I've set your bond. Pretrial conference is the last day I will accept any plea that does not include count one. If there's anything else to argue as to motions, we'll hear that at the motions hearing date on October 10th.
Okay, Your Honor, now, about my jail time credit on this case that I'm on now in prison,
You have no jail time credit in this case. You're not guilty in this case.
no, I'm talking about the one I'm in prison for now, they.
All right, I have nothing to do with that.
There is no,
No, you signed this. They gave me the wrong type of credit for time, sir. They should give me 169 days of credit for time.
File a motion.
He don't, listen, I'm already been, he doesn't.
Well, he doesn't represent you in that case.
Listen, I need me another counselor before trial. I don't want Robert on my case no more. I already told the Attorney General, the public liaison for DOC clients, he should not be on my case. I'm suing him already, him and Dale Deco.
You need to
For
put something in writing for me. So then,
I'm filing with the courts right now, and I got my.
sir, I'm not hearing that today I am not hearing that today based on what you're telling me. Put it in writing.
He's not be representing me in my trial, no that. Fuck that shit.
Step over here. Can I have your paperwork?
Yes.
Those freedom in here, fuck that.